Alright lads, so the new 1000-year Blood War anime banner does drop in less than 12 hours time, and this is our chance to finally talk about it right before it does drop, breaking down the banner and letting you lads know, is this banner worth summoning on. Now this banner is going to feature a new Chad, Ichigo, and Uryu. All three cards are great in their own right, and they definitely are worth summoning on for that factor alone, but there are other factors and other things to consider when looking at this particular banner. What we will notice straight away is that the step up formula is going to be the anniversary type of step up formula, which does mean that unfortunately there's only one guaranteed step and only a few discounted steps. We'll talk about those in a minute, but this banner is very strange with the fact that it actually is going to last the entire month. This banner is available from the 30th of September all the way to the 31st of October, which does mean that while the individual banners are coming out, this banner will still be out. Very, very strange, but it does make sense. They probably want you to summon for these characters while the episodes are also airing. So, kind of cool. Maybe this is going to be a trend going forward into the future. I do kind of like this because it means you don't have to summon day one. Like, you literally, hypothetically, if you had the patience to wait, you could wait until the 27th to find out what the next end of month banner is going to be before deciding to summon on this particular banner. Which is kind of funny. It's something they've never done before. I don't think anyone's going to have the patience to wait, but that's definitely something that you could do. For those wondering about the fillers, let's quickly talk about them. This time around, alongside the 3 new characters, we also have 1000-year Blood War round 13, 6, and also 5. Now, for me, I'm personally missing 5 characters on this banner, so I'm definitely going to be summoning, but overall, the characters themselves, because they are 1000-year Blood War characters, some of them are a tad bit outdated. But having said that, they're still decent characters to have. Looking at Yamamoto, he himself isn't bad by any means, he just lacks damage and range, and that's basically what you're going to see with most of these characters. Chojuro has a great set of strong attacks, a decent damage output, but unfortunately has a captain killer, which is only really going to be useful in guild quests. Izuru, great damage output, great Nad character, but unfortunately does not have guard break. Mayuri, a heart holo killer, unfortunately lacks range and damage. Nemu, a power holo killer, unfortunately does not inflict any stat ailments and also does lack on the damage aspect just a tad bit. Toshiro, Mind Ranka killer, he is an SP based character, again lacking on the damage. Aizen, Mind Holo Killer, lacking on the damage and also on the strong attack since they are range collision attacks. Yamamoto, great strong attack here, unfortunately lacking on the range and also the damage. And then the Siphon, a Heart Nad character with the Ranka kill ability. Even though she's probably like one of the oldest characters in this banner, she's also unironically ones that age the best because she does have a boost, and as an Ranka killer, you can actually use it in Guild Quest. She's still a very viable character in the immediate Ranka week of Guild Quest. So those are basically the filler characters. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on them, but overall, they're just like semi-decent, okay characters that if you want to play with them, if you want to work on them, you definitely can do that. But do understand, these characters are nothing super OP. They're more so just good characters to own. So with that said, let's talk about the 3 new characters, because that's the main reason why you would be summoning. So all 3 characters are great, and they're kind of starting a new meta, a meta that we haven't really seen before. For the last 2 or so years, Caleb have been pushing status ailments down our necks to the point that a lot of the content in this game, you kind of want to inflict status ailments. These characters do not come with status ailments, and they kind of ignore a lot of the things in this game. Now, this new Ichigo, the 1000-year Blood War 2022 version, is going to be the new ultimate all-arounder. He is the face of Bleach Brave Souls, and the way they designed him is essentially that he can be used anywhere, super easy. There's no complicated things about him. There's no technicalities with him. Wherever you put him against, he's going to clear fast and super easy. So Ichigo is a heart character with the Ranka and no affiliation killer, so he has 2 kills, which is great. That means he's overall going to be more useful in different content. He comes with a 14% recharge, so he's also going to be a really good link for any future heart character. And then his innate skills include read all affiliation dodges. That's great for farming certain scroll quests, for example, and also really good in arena. We'll talk about arena in a minute. He has long stride, so he has good mobility. He has a team party heal, 20% stat recovery, so he's healing your entire team every time you into another map. And then his skills include bruiser plus 40%, 20% havoc, so he has great range, frenzy plus 2, devastation plus 60%, sprinter plus 2, marauder, hit hidden enemies, and also pierce iron skin, shared complete status immunity, and also damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment plus 100%. That right there is absolutely insane, given the fact that this character is designed to, again, go through anything. Right now, this is the first time we are seeing in the game where a character has pierced iron skin. So this character, without inflicting any status ailments, is going to be absolutely destroying any enemy he goes against, especially in Inheritance Trials to farm super link swap potions. He himself is not a super link swap character, but best believe he is the best character to go against IT for the heart attribute. He is literally going to be hitting super hard with the frenzy plus 2, and this character at all times, unless someone inflicts a status ailment, is is always going to be doing double damage due to the fact that he has damage to enemies not affected by an element. That right there is absolutely crazy. You're immune to status elements, so you don't have to worry about where you're standing, and then you're also showing it to your entire team. You're healing your entire team. You're going through hidden enemies. There's literally nothing in this game that this character does not go through. It's absolutely insane. Alongside that, if you actually care about Arena, well, guess what? You can also use him there, because in Arena, he picks up Poise, Star Powered Item +2, which is great, and also Frenzy +1, therefore taking his Arena skills to Frenzy +3. He is the first character in the game to have Frenzy +3. It's not even needed. It's only in Arena, but still it's kind of just funny to see. So overall, this hard Ichigo is going to be a very hard-hitting character, and nothing is going to stop this character from dealing damage. He has a great strong attack kit, a 3000 length beam in front of him, a full-screen SA2 in front of him, the first of its kind for an SA2, and another full-screen SA3. He has the perfect, very basic, simple kit, just damage, 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 all melee collision. There's no technicalities. This character is designed to just clear anything he goes against, and that's why Caleb is treating him as the new face of BBS, because he's so simple to play with, and he's just going to be absolutely crazy if you do get your hands on this character. Then we have Uryu, who's best described as the ultimate farm character. So Uryu is a technique human / Quincy with the Super Killer and also Captain Killer. So once more, another character with 2 kill abilities. His whole thing is that he is being designed to farm any of the farming content. So IT, IZ, and also epic rate. And that's due to the fact that he was given a speed droplet drop rate plus 30% skill, speed links or potion plus 5, and also super speed links or potion plus 5. He is the first character of its kind to come with all 3, and that right there pretty much makes him the most valuable character in the game, and also of course the most valuable technique character in the game. That's amazing. It means you can get super links or potions, extra droplets, and also normal links or potions any quest you put him against. That right there is absolutely amazing. And that already makes him, again, one of the better technique characters in the game. But then he also does come with an amazing set of skills, such as Havoc plus 20%, Sprinter plus 1. He heals your entire team, just like Ichigo, every time you move into another map. He himself also has Berserker plus 60% with Frenzy plus 1, and also a 20% damage at full stamina. And he also is buffing your entire team's strong attack damage by 20% if you are a technique attribute character. So he's helping out your team. He himself has a pretty good damage output thanks to the fact that he has Frenzy plus 1 and also 60% Berserker with an additional 20% SAD and also full stamina damage. And then he also does have Guard Break plus Pierce Iron Skin. So just like Ichigo, this character is going to be breezing through Inheritance Trials, the likes that we've never seen before. And the great thing about this character that Ichigo doesn't have is that this character is offering you potions and droplets just by having him on your team. So for IT, he is going to be the best character to use to get potions, droplets, and super links or potions, but at the same time, he's going to be the best character to use because he's just going through the content super easy because he just ignores Iron Skin. That right there, again, is super crazy. And his strong attack kit isn't even that bad. It's not as good as Ichigo's, but he does have a little AoE in front of him. His SA2 is a tracking vortex, which does provide some great crowd control. And his SA3 is a full screen. So once more, one of the, if not best technique characters in the game. He has Bombardment plus 1, so you can use him in Guild Quest too. And again, the main thing about him, regardless of how good or bad he would be, he is a super farm character. You can farm super links or potions with him, you're farming normal links or potions with him, and you're farming droplets. He's the only character of the kind right now to have all 3, and we can definitely expect more characters like this to follow for other attributes. And then I guess it's also worth mentioning in Arena he does pick up Poise, which I guess is nice. And then lastly, we have Chad, who is also a very interesting character, and he is going to be your brave battle character of the banner. So Chad himself is a human, very important because no one in brave battles right now has human killer, which is also why the speed Chad, the character this is replacing essentially, is also really good in brave battles and has been good for the last couple of years because no one ever has killer against this particular Chad, and this Chad is countering the meta, the current meta right now, as he has Captain Killer and also Stamritter Killer, which could be future-proof him in the future, because if we ever get more Stamritters designed for brave battles, then this Chad is going to be even more relevant. He is the first of its kind, by the way, to be a brave battle orientated character with 2 killers. But the most important one is the fact that he does have Captain Killer, which means he's designed to go against Kenpachi and also Kurishiki, 2 characters that are basically dominating the meta right now. Now Chad comes with weakening duration managed 100%, which I guess is great. You never want to get inflicted by weakening. That pretty much ensures that you are going to die. He has Poise, Sprinter plus 1, and then his skills include Flurry plus +1, Berserker plus 60%, Enhancer because his SA2 is a boost move, and he also has Booster, so he is giving your team 43% attack, focus, and defense instead of the usual 33%, and this also means that he works well with Yuha, as he's not going to be lowering your stats if he was to hypothetically use his boost after Yuha's boost. Chad also has Pierce Barrier, Long Range, Guard Break, and also hit hidden enemies, so you can use him in PvE content. He prevents large dish survival, under half stamina he takes 50% less damage, and when he hits an enemy that is not inflicted by a status augment, he will be doing 100% more damage. And that basically explains why he comes with no bruiser value whatsoever. And again, for Arena, he also comes with Start Power Item +2, which is going to be really good, just makes him more useful in Arena. So despite him being a character designed for Brave battles, and a very good one at that by the way, he's also really good in just normal PvE content, and you also can use him in Arena. And to a certain extent, kind of similar to Ichigo too, because he does 100% more damage, so double damage on his Soul Bomb, normal attack, and strong attacks when you're hitting an enemy that isn't inflicted by a status augment. This essentially makes him one of, if not the best hybrid characters. Hybrid characters used to be a thing that Caleb used to push, but they were never quite good enough. They were always underpowered compared to like a natural attack character or a natural SP character, but this is going to be our first of its kind for the most part. Despite him not having, you know, Frenzy +1 for example, he has a 60% Berserker. He has a boost SA2 that's giving him 43% attack, focus, and defense, and then you also do 100% more damage on your strong attacks when you hit an enemy that isn't affected by a status augment. So he's going to be really good as a hybrid character if you want to build him as that in PvE content. He's going to be really good in Arena, and again, he's also countering the meta, more specifically Kenpachi and Kurashiki in Brave battles. However, do keep in mind he himself does not go through invincibility, so he's also a somewhat balanced character. You do not need to summon for him for the sole purpose of missing out in the Brave battle meta. You can easily counter him with invincible characters yourself, and also SP characters that are essentially there to one-shot this particular character, because he himself is also not immune. So I really like the way they designed him in Brave battles, and they're continuing to make the Brave battle hell for the most part quite balanced, because this character isn't going to dominate Brave battles. If you have him, he's going to be great against, again, the characters he's designed to go against, Kurashiki, Kenpachi, and any non-invincible character for the most part, but you can easily put an invincible character to go against him, and pretty much most of the time they are going to win. And then to go against the invincible characters, you can just use Kenpachi, Kurashiki, or Yuha, and to go against them, again, you can use this Chad, or you can use an SP character. So Brave battles right now, again, the meta is just super balanced. I love it, it's great, and that's why I think this character is a great addition to the Bleach Brave Souls game. Now, moving away from the characters, we did spend quite a long time talking about them, but there's a lot to talk about them. They're all great characters, right? Keep in mind, this banner itself is unfortunately the anniversary step-up banner. So if we have a look at the multi section, what you will see here is that the rates are going to start off at 3% for a featured character, which includes the 12,000-year Blood War characters that we did talk about earlier, and also a 1% chance to pull another 5-star character. And by the way, that includes every premium character up until the Arena Hannibal release. Your first step is going to be free, and as you continue to summon on the banner, you're going to start building up the rate until you get to step 6, which is a guaranteed 5-star character, a featured 5-star character, and you're going to have a 7.5% rate there. And then unfortunately, that's basically it for the banner. So you're going to repeat in step 7 if you decide to go past that, and it'll be 250 orbs, 6% rate for a featured character, extra 2% rate for an unfeatured character, so overall rates are going to be 8%, and you're going to get those extra droplets and a free skill key every time you do a multi. So the banner, again, unfortunately isn't really the greatest in terms of the step-up model. We would much prefer a normal step-up model that offers 25 steps with multiple discounts, multiple guarantees, so do be careful summoning on this banner. It's only going to cost you around 1,100 orbs to get to step 6. I recommend most people watching this video to get to step 6 because it is guaranteed. You might luck out, you might get a character from here if you do, and I recommend most people don't go that deep for these particular characters. For me, I have close to 6,000 orbs. I'm only going to be spending around half of them, and at that point, whatever I don't have, I will then be saving for the individual banners. The individual banners are actually quite decent this time around, and again, they offer the character at a 1% pull rate. On the main banner, you have a 0.5% pull rate per character, so overall, to get a new character, if you are doing step 7, you have a 1.5% chance to get any of the 3 new characters. I recommend if you're only going for one particular character, as always, go on the individual banners. If you're going for 3 of them, I would probably stop pulling on the banner after you get 2 and then save for the last character individual banner. There's a lot of things you can do, and again, this banner will be here until basically the entire month, which is absolutely crazy. For me, I'm going in 3,000 orbs-ish, and then again, I will then spend rest of my orbs on the individual banners and hope I get the characters there. But yeah, the banner itself is actually pretty decent. The characters themselves are also super great. Like Ichigo, again, is best described as just the ultimate all-arounder, essentially, right? He is what Bankai Ichigo should have been all those years ago. He can be basically used in any content and just be super fun, super fast. Great visuals on that Ichigo too. Uryu is just the ultimate farmer. You can use him wherever you want to, and you're always going to be getting those extra drops. And then Chad is going to be an interesting and fun to play NAD character that you can use in Brave Battles, Arena, and also as a hybrid in single-player content, which is also really fun too. You don't have characters like him at all when it comes to NAD characters, so I'm actually looking forward to potentially get my hands on that Chad and try him out with a hybrid or stuff like that, because it probably will work. But overall, all 3 characters are great. Are you going to summon though? That comes down to you. Again, I recommend everyone do the 6 steps and then maybe hold out just a tad bit and summon on the individual banners, or just risk go and go down to 0. The banner itself with no more guarantees or discounts after step 6 can be quite rough. I've been there personally. You can spend 7,000 orbs and not get the character you want, and it can be quite rough. So do be careful going past that 7th step. But with that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I did speak quite fast, but there was a lot to talk about. If you still have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you are summoning on tomorrow, good luck. We ourselves will be live when the banner does go live, so feel free to hop in and summon with me when the banner does go up. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.